Hello, Peyton Herrick here with another TDS/AI dream video. I am using this service so that no details get lost in the making of this video. As always, the dream journal entry will be in the YouTube description box. Thank you for watching and enjoy. I had this dream on June 6, 2024. I don't know what to call this dream. I love this dream so much. This dream is in my top 10 dreams for 2024. June 6. I was in the Dells at the Kalahari Resort with an inner tube in my right hand. It was very small enough that a newborn would barely if at all fit inside. It had a very small floor. I then realized that this inner tube was to be used on the water slides at the resort. During this first scene of my dream, I heard the sound of a toilet flushing. The sound was faint and it sounded kind of far away, but not too far. During this first scene, I was standing inside the resort in the main area. We then drove to my Aunt Chynee house. I ran into my sister Addison, and my uncle Dave was scolding my sister and kicking her out because he wanted Chynee and him time. I was then on the couch and Chynee and I were talking about how she has rats or used to have rats and how she took care of them. The conversation then turned to talking about foxes and fox care. She told me that she wanted a fox and how she would house a fox in a 1,800-foot cage. The conversation ended with us talking about Tornado Alley, which was nearby. I heard about how if you drive through this tornado alley and you took a turn, you would turn around and go home and shelter. During this part of the conversation, I visualized me in a car, going down Tornado Alley and turning right and seeing and partially hearing a tornado. That's how that second part of the dream ended. During our conversation she sounded the same, but she sounded quiet. Some of our conversation may have been via telepathy. The conversation lasted around 5 minutes or so. Then we were all outside somewhere, I didn't know the location. My sister Harper was talking about how my mom made a stupid decision to drive 3 hours away. My dad then said, "Is she fucking stupid?" I then said I had to go to the bathroom. I then spawned to the bathroom. I peed, but I peed on something. I think it was a garbage can, but I'm not entirely sure, and then I finished my business peeing on something else. I then exited the bathroom and I was near a street. We waited till there was no traffic. My dad said something in him and I started running, and about 3 seconds into the run I tripped and my dad was dragging me as we ran across the street. I was slightly elevated from the ground and my dad was dragging me along at a fast pace. Then, a while later, about 5 to 10 seconds later, he said, "We're almost there," about 20 seconds after I tripped. I then heard my dad talk about a speeding car that was behind us, but it was closing the gap very fast and I thought I was going to get hit. I then hoped I was in a dream, and thank God it was. I was very scared. We then got to the other side of the road alive about 30 seconds later. I felt the truncated dome indicating that we made it to the other side. The car had a truck horn sound and I felt its presence behind me during that segment of the dream. I then woke up.